laugh too hard.
Dewey Robson made this challenge a week ago. He had a title shot with Sidney Steele, and he feels that he got cheated out of that, the victory. So he made a challenge to Sidney Steele to settle it here in Tabor, Alberta, in this devastating, terrifying structure, the steel cage. I know you've heard it said before, wrestling fans, but when these guys get in there and the ref calls for the bell, the environment is dangerous. I mean, there's no other way to put it. It's just plain dangerous. It's known to have been career-ending. It definitely changes every single person who's competed inside this cage. And Dewey Robson, you know, as such a young competitor, he's barely a year into his career, and he's already competing inside the steel cage.
Weighing 223 pounds and coming from Halifax, Nova Scotia, he is the current Pure Power Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Sidney Steele.
I think you're going to say the real deal, Sidney Steele, because he is the real deal.
The real deal.
Oh, I pity Dewey Robson.
You see, that's one thing I was going to point out is Dewey Robson has come a long way in a short time, and I believe that he's got what it takes to compete inside a steel cage. But he's going to be competing inside a steel cage for the very first time. Absolutely. Against a man who is not only the heavyweight champion of Pure Power Wrestling, but a man who has competed inside that steel cage, I believe, 3 previous times.
He means business. The real deal, Sidney Steele.
And there is not a happy muscle in that body.
Oh, yeah.
He considers himself somewhat of an East Coast warrior. He's grown immensely in Pure Power Wrestling.
He's getting bigger and bigger every time I see him.
He's champion, the heavyweight champion. He's former cruiserweight champion. And right now he's got his eyes locked on retaining his heavyweight title in one of the most hideous matches possible, the steel cage match.
Steele is focused, you can tell it. He's focused for this match, he wants Dewey.
Both these men better be focused, because if you're not focused in this environment, you're going to go home in an ambulance. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it, Vinny Valentine. I know you've been around wrestling a long time,
I have.
And I know you think you know your stuff.
Oh, I do.
But you don't.
Oh, I do.
You don't. You don't know a single thing about what it is these two men are going to do to each other. You've had a small taste here and there, I'll give you that. You've taken your fair share of chair shots. You've had your fair share of blood spilled out of your own head. I've been there to witness it. But I'm here to tell you, Vinny Valentine, on this level, you know nothing.
All I know is that Steele.
All I know is the first man whose feet hit the floor is going to be victorious. And this is an opportunity like no other for Dewey Robson. And once we get the bell and we're underway, you're not going to see any drop toe holds. You probably won't see any flying scissors. You don't expect a snapmare takedown or a headlock takeover or any of that stuff. You're going to see a slugfest.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to see a slugfest. And that right there in the hands of Ref Curtis, that gold Pure Power Wrestling heavyweight title belt, is the reason these guys are going to literally beat the hell out of each other, risk life and limb and injury, risk their careers. It's for that title right there. It means the world to Sidney Steele. It meant the world to Massive Damage, who was the very first champion. It meant the world to me when I held it. It meant the world to Kyle Sebastian and every other man who's held it. Several times. I was the longest reigning, by the way, but that's not important right now. What's important right now is the heavyweight champion in the ring and the challenger in the ring. These two guys are going to fight for that coveted prize, and it's going to start right now. Here we go. Sidney Steele just a calm, focused. Steele is a good name for him. Dewey Robson not shy to lock up right away. These two men, collar and elbow tie it. Back and forth they go. You got to be cautious. You got to be careful. You have to be very, very ginger in your approach to this match, because if you make a mistake in a regular conventional wrestling match, it could cost you a victory. If you make a mistake in this kind of environment, it may cost you a pint or two of blood. So you can understand the hesitance of each man to lock up and go for a hold or a
The fans aren't liking that there, Bulldog. They're going to get
the fans,
used to it. Because Steele is going to demolish Dewey.
Sidney Steele trying right away to use that fence as a weapon on the forehead of Dewey Robson rather, and now Dewey trying to return the favor, but Sidney Steele not having any of it. And an elbow in the breadbasket for his troubles. Sidney Steele not ready to go flying dome first into that unforgiving steel cage. And Dewey Robson, he's not ready to take the plunge either.
They'll be ready to take a beat down there, Bulldog.
Well, that's what it takes. You got to soften your man up before you use any kind of a weapon. And Dewey doing just that as he fires Sidney Steele into the corner with an Irish whip, following up with a clothesline, and now raining down knuckles on the noggin of Sidney Steele, the East Coast Warrior, as I like to call him. Listen, these fans count along. Hey, number 10, thank you very much, and Sidney Steele on Dream Street. Boom! Dewey Robson going for an early victory, hopefully, as Sidney Steele kicks out at one. Not a chance you're going to beat our champion in that relative quick fashion, unless he's got the flu.
It's going to take a lot more to take Sidney Steele down. This man is a physique.
I've wrestled him before, and I mean, he's improved since I've wrestled him, and when I wrestled him, he was a handful. He is a phenomenal competitor. And now Dewey Robson, no way, Jose. Sidney Steele refusing. Oh, European uppercut sends Dewey Robson crashing to the mat. Sidney Steele still in control. These fans are just so solidly behind Dewey Robson as he delivers an elbow into the abdomen of Sidney Steele and follows it up with another two. Ooh, head first into the turnbuckle, and that's gotta make your eyes want to cross. I'm telling you, that's a good hard shot right in the noggin, and Dewey Robson follows it up with a stomp right in the chest of the East Coast Warrior. If that nickname doesn't catch on, too bad. I'm going to call him it anyway. Well, there, now Dewey Robson making a liar out of me with a snapmare takedown. Oh, a double-footed drop kick right square in the back of Sidney Steele. Earns a 2 count for Dewey Robson. But more importantly, that's none of your business. Just call the match. You see, you're missing forearms. Dewey Robson's really lighting it up here, and you got me all distracted.
I'm not even interested in this Dewey Robson.
You should be. He's going to come and take titles out of your stable. He's really taking it to the champion right now. Sidney Steele with an Irish whip reversal, though. Having none of it. Firing Dewey Robson into the corner with authority.
That's right.
And then getting on these fans. Oh, there's a mistake, though. You get on the fans too long, you eat a boot, just like Sidney Steele did. Oh! Beautiful missile drop kick off the second row, putting Dewey Robson in control of this one once again. Sidney Steele in a bit of a precarious position between the fencing and the rope. Dewey Robson lining him up, and oh no! Dewey Robson lined Sidney Steele up. He was going to headbutt him through the cage, it looked like, and Sidney Steele had it scouted, managed to get out of the way.
Amateur, that's the game.
And now look, Sidney Steele driving the face into the fence. Oh yeah, driving Dewey Robson's face and forehead and all of his pretty features into that cyclone fencing. Now Sidney Steele calling for it, and he's, successful. Sidney Steele successful in ramming the head into the fence.
God love it, Bulldog. A few more of those, and there ain't no getting up.
No. You see, Sidney Steele's aiming for the support posts in the middle of that cyclone fencing that makes up the cage. That's where the real damage happens. It's more dense, and it tends to scramble your brains a little bit more. The fencing itself, it tends to cut more and do more damage that way.
Can't believe all these Dewey supporters we have here in Tabor.
I can't either. These fans are fantastic.
Do they not
Oh,
know
wow.
talent when they see it?
Sidney Steele.
Real deal, Sidney Steele.
Sidney Steele just fired Dewey Robson into that corner with so much authority. And now just mouthing the fans into the ground is Sidney Steele. Wait a minute. Oh, that did not look good for Dewey's future children. Oh, wait a minute.
Nice facing of Dewey on this.
We're talking about impact. You've got refs on the outside to make sure that fence doesn't actually get torn apart or get broken at all, but make sure the fans are safe inside this environment as well. Because these guys, I mean, once your adrenaline and all those hormones get rushing through in this environment, you tend to throw guys a little bit harder than you think you could.
Steele means business right now here, Bulldog.
Steele means business every second of every day.
Dewey Robson would take him the real deal, Sidney Steele.
Well, Dewey Robson is a tough kid. I mean, he is a really tough kid. That's part of the reason he's found so much success, is because he can really take a lot of punishment. In this environment, though, it's a different kind of punishment. And now Irish whip reversal. Oh, look at that clothesline. Dewey Robson putting Sidney Steele down not once but twice. And
back he comes.
Dewey had Steele lined up for a third one, and Steele had it scouted. He could fire out a back elbow before Dewey Robson could actually get that clothesline landed. And now Dewey's on his back, and Sidney Steele is in control.
There's no way for Dewey to run right now here, Bulldog.
At all. There's nowhere for either one of these men to run. Sidney Steele disrespecting Dewey Robson, throwing his wrist tape at him. Oh, Dewey with a lot of fight left. Throwing the forearms into the jaws. Sidney Steele across the ring and back again. Oh, no, he missed. Sidney Steele much too quick for that. And now a side, just a, wow. Wow. I'm losing my mind here, Vinny Valentine. I'm losing my ability to speak.
Amazing match, Bulldog.
How much more elevation on that side slam, and I'm just surprised that Dewey Robson is able to catch his
taking a beating out there.
He's taking a
pound.
pound.
Work in this guy tank from the real deal of Sidney Steele. I'm shocked that he's still able to get up.
One thing I also want to point out is Sidney Steele hasn't even started sweating.
No.
There's another back elbow from Dewey. He's got a lot of fight, this kid. As he's taking it to the real deal, the East Coast Warrior. Another forearm to Sidney Steele's side of his head. Irish foot reverse. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness. Juicy Dewey's head bounce off the cage.
Is he tappable though, you think? Is he asking?
Well, if I know Dewey Robson the way I think I know Dewey Robson, that kid is not going to quit. He'll be unconscious, and you can still ask him. There's no way he's going to stop. Sidney Steele just digging into these fans. I don't know why he wants to pay attention to the fans. He should be paying attention to Dewey Robson, because Dewey will sneak up and get one on you.
These fans should be on their knees, bowing down to the real deal, Sidney Steele.
That chicken wing suplex is just a thing of beauty to watch. Oh, 1, 2, and a 3. Not a 3, I'm sorry, a 2 count. A kick out before a 3. And Dewey Robson still has a little bit of stank on his kickouts.
How much more life does he have, Bulldog? There can't be much more life in there.
Sidney's still going to have to do a little bit more damage if he's going to put Dewey away.
He's got a strategy there, Bulldog. He's working him. He's working him. He knows what he's doing.
Now Sidney Steele looks like he's going to make an attempt to escape the cage.
That's it. Let's get the leg over.
Dewey Robson not having it. In the corner, Dewey Robson lighting up Sidney Steele and not off the top. Oh! Top rope, Sidney Steele flies halfway across the ring. Thanks to Dewey Robson and a little bit of quickness. Now Sidney Steele's in all kinds of pain. Dewey Robson might be able to launch a counterattack or maybe even get a victory. Oh, wow, Sidney Steele head first into the cage, much to the delight of
Where's this Dewey coming from?
Dewey Robson asking these fans if they want to see it again, and they sure do. And Dewey is happy to oblige. Rams Sidney Steele face first into that cage, and again, and again, and one more. Oh, one more for your pleasure.
Taking a beating in there, Steele.
Sidney Steele is melted. I'm not sure if he's even completely awake right now. That was three, and now another one. Oh my goodness! Oh, are you kidding me? I've seen
shocked at what's happening here.
I've seen more friendly beatings out behind the woodshed at my neighbor's place when his daddy was drunk. And look at this, Sidney Steele still able to kick out.
It's a trooper in Steele. Have to put him down.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle this. I need 911 on speed dial. Look at this. Oh! I thought he was going for a side Russian leg sweep, but he did the opposite. He did the side Russian leg smash, Sidney Steele's face into the mat, and he got himself a near 3 count. It was a 2.5 and then a little bit more.
Steele's taking a beating in there, Bulldog. How much more can Steele take?
They're both taking a beating in there, I'm afraid. Dewey Robson lighting up Steele with forearm after forearm.
Hanging on.
And then another one into the cage. How many more times can Sidney Steele take it? I mean, Dewey Robson is getting him right in the thick support beams where there's a lot of dense steel. That really hurts beyond what more people could imagine. And again! Folks, it's not like hitting the ropes or the turnbuckle with his padding. That's just plain steel, and it does not feel good. Steel on steel, you might say, and one of those Steels is a human being named Sidney Steele.
What's going down?
Oh, no.
What's happening here?
Dewey looks conflicted.
Is he going over?
Dewey looks conflicted.
What's Dewey doing up there? What's he thinking?
I think he's thinking Don Morocco and Jimmy. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That was the most amazing elbow I have seen in a long time. Dewey Robson flying from the top rope. Oh, he almost got him.
Steele.
He almost got him.
Up. Almost 3 count.
I don't know how Sidney Steele kicked out of that. His head has been bounced off the dense steel probably 4 or 5 times, and he just ate an elbow from the top rope that would have put down a water buffalo. Dewey Robson
there's the
one of his elbow. You're not kidding. Hey, we've always known this guy was tougher than anybody they come. He is tougher than nails now. And Sidney Steele still managing to get on all fours. Dewey Robson egging him on, wanting to deliver more punishment. Listen to these fans. Dewey Robson going for this. Oh my goodness! Dewey Robson missed with that finisher attempt, and Sidney Steele just realigned his jaw for him with that super kick. My goodness.
How sweet it is, Bulldog.
Oh my goodness, we knew it was a dangerous environment, but this is just 1, 2, and another kick out.
No!
Okay, there's got to be out of bounds somewhere in this building. Somebody.
How did Dewey get up from that?
Unbelievable tenacity being shown off by Dewey Robson, the hometown hero in Taber, Alberta. Sidney Steele, frustration etched on his face as he tries to get a victory without breaking a sweat. Now Sidney Steele looks like he's trying to escape. He's made it to the top. Gonna try and get it. Oh no, Dewey Robson stopping him there in his tracks.
Steele's got to get out.
Sidney Steele trying to get out of the dangerous territory. It looks like he's conceded the attempt for the victories for now. Dewey Robson. Oh my goodness. Dewey Robson just elected to smash Sidney Steele's head right into the side of the cage with and another one.
Oh my gosh. How many more beatings does Steele take?
Both these guys in a really dangerous position right now. Dewey Robson up on the top, Sidney Steele in the second. Oh no!
Vintage Steele.
That was a low blow. That was a low blow. And now Sidney Steele looks like
he goes. There he goes.
A low blow is not illegal though.
No, it's not.
Sidney Steele is making his way out of the cage. It looks like he might. Looks like, yes.
That's it, ring that bell.
He's done it.
You got it.
He's done it.
There you have it.
The heavyweight champion is not to the delight of the fans, but the heavyweight champion has retained his title.
Bring the belt.
Sidney Steele calling for the belt.